Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of I'm Too Old for This Flick. I'm Tyler. This is Dustin.
Hello, everybody.
And Thanksgiving is here. Do you like Thanksgiving?
It's to me like Halloween or Christmas, Halloween, A tier, like 4th of July, Thanksgiving, B tier. I like Thanksgiving is my fourth favorite holiday.
See, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and I'll tell you why. I think holidays for me, and I think it should be for most people, it's a stage. Like when you're younger, it's Christmas. You know, you got Santa Claus, all the presents and all the joyfulness, and then you get a little bit older, Halloween is your favorite, like in your 20s, because you get to go out, party, pretend you're somebody else, and you know, us ugly people like to pretend we're somebody else. But then when you get older and fat like me, the holiday that surrounds just eating is the best.
Yes, but I don't like Thanksgiving food. I think it's like very like bland. Like
Don't lie,
basic.
you'll shove anything in your mouth.
I really don't like Thanksgiving food. I really don't. Like a roasted turkey's okay, but like I don't know.
Turkey is okay. I like the turkey sandwiches afterwards.
See, I don't, and we'll get to that later. I got a thing about that.
Welcome to a movie podcast.
Yeah.
Guys.
I do like the extra time off. I still like it. It just, to me, it's like a B tier holiday.
What's your is there a Thanksgiving movie that stands out to you? I can't think of any besides the movie Thanksgiving.
There aren't a whole lot.
I know like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, I guess, but I haven't seen that in ages.
It's not even movies I've seen, but I always think of Harry Potter because every time when we worked at the theaters, it seems like every year there was one of those coming out, and it would always come out right before Thanksgiving. And like on the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving was one of the busiest nights for movies, and we were always understaffed because the management was retarded at the time, and there would always be a Harry Potter movie. It would just be fucking sold out.
But they weren't usually Thanksgiving movies. I mean, like
that's
movies...
just my association with Thanksgiving movies.
We don't binge watch, we commit to the bit. Two guys talking flicks with back pain and wit. No TikTok cuts, no reaction clips. Just hot takes from dudes with replacement hips. Skip your MCU scene by scene recaps. We're busy rewatching Heat and taking naps. It's grown chatter with a film school glaze. Argue whether Face Off still slaps these days. Too old for this flick, but we still show up. We'll watch the new stuff and the weird deep cuts. Grab your popcorn, lower those stakes. These old fatties got a high calorie intake. It's just two guys talking with frequent bathroom breaks. It's too old for this flick. Too old flick. Too old for this flick. Too old flick. I'm too old for this flick. I'm too old for this flick.
So you and I saw two new movies. The first time I think we've ever watched two brand new movies that are in theaters.
In a long 10 years, probably.
Yeah, and it's one we saw separately, but we watched one together last night at the theaters.
Yeah.
So let's talk about them. The first movie I saw opening night was Predator Badlands, and you saw it like a couple days later, right?
Yeah, I saw it on the Monday or Tuesday.
So before that movie came out and you were hearing about it, what was your excitement level, and what's your history with Predator and all that jazz?
So Predator, the first Predator, is a movie. It's in the top 5 of not only the movies of my favorite movies. It's in the top probably 2 of the movies I've seen the most. It's like it's an absolute masterpiece. So, you know
and 50 Shades of Grey is the second one.
Correct.
Right.
Well, I was going to go more with the what's the one Brokeback Mountain? But
I mean, I wasn't going to let everyone know your secrets.
It's not a secret at this point. But, you know, everyone knows that the Predator movies get worse and worse as you go. And this one, I honestly, I did not want to see it at all. The only reason why I saw it is because my youngest son, he really likes monsters and like Godzilla, giant creature, stuff like that. And he saw the trailer and he actually wanted to see it. So
I was with you. I wasn't looking forward to it either. And I'm not like a super big Predator person. I love the first movie. What dude doesn't love the first Predator movie, honestly?
There's a subset of men who don't like it.
I haven't seen the second one.
Well, they even like it too, for different reasons.
I haven't seen the second one, but I've seen like Prey and Predators. Predators, is that the one with what's his name?
Adrian Brody.
And I saw The Predator. So I don't have a huge history with it. I love the first one though. But I was totally like not looking forward to it mainly because of the whole protagonist aspect. I was like, that's not going to work. And then I heard it was PG-13, and I'm not one of those, oh, it has to be rated R. But I'm like, it's a Predator movie. Why is it not rated R? But anyways, go on.
No, I was not looking forward to this at all. You want my thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, go for it.
So when I originally saw it, I thought it was like we actually had the opposite reaction because we both had an original thing and then it changed slightly, right?
Yeah.
But in different ways.
Yeah.
So I saw it, and I think it was an effect of watching my son who really liked it. I didn't really hate it. I think I said 6 out of 10 originally. Like, it's super flawed. It's the writing's really bad. It feels more like a Disney Star Wars movie or like a video game, really, honestly, than a Predator movie. It doesn't have the same feel. But, I watched them, like, it is entertaining. It looks great. Technically, it's a good movie. It's kind of easy to watch. Something about Predator movies is they're kind of like a heavy movie because they're so violent and just like a dark movie, dark themes. So it's easy to watch, and it's kind of fun. But the more and more I thought about it, it's like I kind of hate this movie. It's technically great, and it's not boring, which that's like the ultimate sin for a movie. But it didn't need to be a Predator movie. They could have made a movie with the same script and just create a new IP. To me, it does not fit as a Predator movie. But it's not a terrible movie to watch. You'll have a decent time with it.
So I went in, and when I went to a late movie. It was like at an old man moment. It was 9:50 at night, which used to not be so late. But I was exhausted, and I got tickets, and I was gonna go, and then I almost didn't, but I did. So after I got out of the movie, I think I messaged you, and I said it's pretty decent. It wasn't that bad. Then I worked all weekend. I went out of town for a work trip, and I kept thinking about it because we were right by a Regal. I kept making jokes, hey, let's just go to movies, but there was nothing playing except for that. And the more I thought about it, I was like, that was actually, I thought was a really fun movie. I would give it like a solid 7 out of 10. But I definitely, what do you think about the PG-13ness of it? I think, because Predator is known as a violent R-rated movie, I think they got away with it. With all the aliens and the are they androids or what are they?
The androids.
They were able to keep, I think, almost the same level of gore in it because of that, and I think it works. And I understand your thought that it didn't need to be Predator. It could have been something else, but I think it also works in like a different like approach for a Predator movie.
It just, to me, it's kind of it's another perfect example of how Hollywood just sucks, man. Like, yes, it does work in like in a certain way, but they get the feel or the spirit of the movie totally wrong. Like, it doesn't. At some points it feels kind of like a Predator movie, but most, to me, like the overall like approach to it. You got to stick to the roots. Disney, they're not afraid to do R-rated stuff now. They've done R-rated stuff. Yeah. And so they should have done it with Predator. Like, it would have been fine. And they did it just for box office, and it did make a lot of money. I think
if I recall, it's like the highest grossing Predator movie currently.
Yeah, I mean, that's if you take in inflation, it's probably not going to be. But still, it's going to be a success. So on one hand, it's like, oh, cool, maybe they'll make more Predators, but I just don't like the direction they're going. I thought Prey was pretty good. It kept the same spirit. There's a lot of stuff in there that's kind of like, I wish they'd do more practical stuff, or there's a little bit of like, silly stuff in there, but it was an overall good movie. This one, it's just a mess. Like, but it's kind of like, it's going to like a buffet, like a cheap buffet.
Yeah, it's not a perfect movie. Like, it's it's fun. I had a lot of fun with it, even though I was tired. I would actually go see it again. I told my wife that I wish she would have went because I think she would have actually enjoyed it. And I mentioned to you, I think it's a good movie if you have younger kids like your age, or a little bit older, that you want to introduce to Predator, but you don't want that side of Predator. It's a good introduction, I think. It's very Disney-fied, very MCU vibe, but it's fun. Like I'm very much into the mindset that a movie can be dumb and not written great, but as long as it's fun,
okay,
it can still be enjoyable.
I'm gonna change my score again. You won me back over a little bit. I'm gonna say 5.5 out of 10.
Look at that, and that's how you brainwash somebody, guys.
You are right. Like it's good for that. Like, and you know what movie I rewatched because we were talking about it, Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
The first one would be the next step because I rewatched it. It's not a bad movie. I'm sorry, it's not. It's less silly than this one. It's more serious, but it's still PG-13. And it's kind of dumb, but it's also fun. Like the movie looks fantastic. Like It's like, I think it's probably the best looking Predator movie.
I'm doing a movie podcast and stuff. People just have this thought that the people that are hosting are very like film bro, or like they think they need like masterful movies. There's nothing wrong with liking a dumb movie.
Yeah.
And giving it a decent score just because you had fun watching it. And that's what this movie was to me.
Yeah, it's and that's why I'm going to give it a little breakout as well, is because, you know, maybe a little bit of foreshadowing, but this movie it realized its place, and it's meant to. Movies are meant to entertain. Sometimes you can have your little.
I think there's room for both versions of Predator. This fun, more like heroic Predator, and then the more just murdering, hunting people Predator.
Well, you can do the Predator being heroic because they've. In certain different movies, they've worked alongside humans. It's always been about like fighting with honor for them kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And they reward people who fight with honor, but that's,
Are you a fan of, I think we talked about this slightly. Are you a fan of this world building that they're doing, or not at all?
I'm okay with it, but I wish they would stick with more of the Predator spirit.
So Predator Badlands is a sequel of the Predator movies, which the first one had Arnold Schwarzenegger. And we also saw another movie that somehow it relates to Arnold Schwarzenegger. And that movie is The Running Man. And I have breaking news right now. Really shocking breaking news. Do you know what it is?
I do. Why don't you tell the folks?
This is the first time that Dustin and I have agreed on a modern movie, at least.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. We're like pretty even with this, I think. We might have slightly different opinions on things, but overall, I think we have the same feelings. So, first of all, I've never seen the 1980s Running Man, which I probably should, but I never have. And I'm almost certain Arnold Schwarzenegger has a shirt off at one point, so you've seen it.
Yes, correct.
What's your opinion on that movie? Do you like that movie?
I like it a lot. Like it's kind of like, it's definitely flawed, but it's very fun movie. It knows its place. It knows what it's doing, and it just has fun with the...
That's what he likes from his women. They know their place.
Right?
Know what they're doing.
Seriously.
Cancel us.
You hear that, ladies? But it knows what it's doing. It knows what it's like. It's not trying to be anything, bigger than what it is. It takes a Stephen King novel or novella, I'm not sure which one, and it breaks it into a film, in film format, something that works for a film. And it's a good movie. Like I think you'll like it if you watch it.
I'll have to watch it. Maybe I'll download it.
Legally, right?
Yes, legally. Sorry.
Legally.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one is directed by Edgar Wright, who did Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Baby Driver, World's End. Have you seen Baby Driver?
No,
it's good. I don't know if you like it or not. I'm
not interested in the music gimmick. Like I could care less about that.
You're the loser. Anyways, this version of Running Man is more based on the novel.
Correct.
So
which isn't a bad thing in that by itself.
Yeah. Usually a lot of people want it closer to the source material for the most part. So anyways, with that said, we both agreed on this movie. And what is that agreement?
I think I'm trying to not be a prisoner of the moment, but this might be one of the worst, like higher end Hollywood movies with a decent sized budget I've ever seen. It's really, really bad. Like, especially when you consider all the talent that's in it.
It's pretty bad.
It's awful. It's seriously like a 1 out of 10. It's awful.
The trailers looked awesome. I know you didn't really, I don't think you were like, oh, this looks awful in the first one, but I know the second one you were like, hey, this actually looks pretty decent. And that's what made you actually end up going yesterday. And I was looking forward to it. It looked like a fun movie. And you mentioned in our Predator review that there's nothing worse than a boring movie that's like not fun.
Yeah, that's like, the worst you can be.
And that's what this was. Like, that is my, I know this is where we kind of have our differences, I think. That was the top issue with this movie, is it's so boring. It's a guy with the whole entire, like, world pretty much after him, trying to kill him. And for 30 days, 24/7.
Yeah.
And it's not fun. It just isn't fun at all.
They did nothing with it. And this is not really the thing, the idea of the show, but it is like very, very political. And you're going to alienate half your audience automatically. But the main thing is it's boring. The writing is awful. The tone is inconsistent.
Dude, the dialogue was so bad.
The dialogue is
delivered terribly.
I watched this morning the Critical Drinkers, and he's one of my kind of go-tos, and he did not like it either, but I think I hate it more than him, which is crazy. But it's honestly, I would be utterly shocked if it's not my worst movie of the year.
I think that's also where we probably different. I don't think it's a 1 out. It's like maybe a 4 out of 10 for me.
Would you ever rewatch this?
Oh no, it's too boring to watch. If it was fun, yeah, I would totally watch it. But it's so boring, and
it's over 2 hours too.
And there's good actors in there.
Yeah,
and they're all pretty terrible. Especially, I always forget Glenn Powell's like his line delivery. And the thing is, when the movie started, the first thing I wanted to say to you was like, we're really 20 minutes in, and I'm like, this is boring already.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hope it picks up. I heard it had pacing issues, but I thought maybe like the pacing issues would be like more towards the end or towards the beginning, but it was the whole entire movie.
Yeah.
And it just, nothing happened.
Can we go into a bit of a spoiler?
We could do spoilers. Let's save it towards the very end. So whoever ends up listening to this, they could listen to most of it and they don't have to worry about skipping.
Yeah, it's really bad. There's not really anything. The actor, I think Glenn Powell did okay because I think the writing was so bad. Josh Brolin was good in it because he had a really juicy role, like a really over the top bad guy. Those are always juicy roles.
I think Coleman Domingo was decent too. He's the host of the show. Like he played that part well.
He was really good.
I think what it is, I think my main issue was actually with Glenn Powell's acting. Like he's the main character, and I think his line delivery, and it definitely is the writing. Like I like Edgar Wright movies for the most part. He has a certain,
pretty solid.
Yeah, he has a certain charm, a certain humor, a certain style. This did not feel like if I went in there not knowing who the director was, I wouldn't have been like, oh, that had to be Edgar Wright.
Yeah, no,
like,
it was
and very cheesy, but not in a good way, not in a 1980s version of this movie.
I think what it is that Stephen King he executive produced, which that can mean a wide range of things. It can mean literally anything between slapping his name on it to being really involved in it. And he's gone off the deep end with politics. Like he is so like, that's his only thing he cares about. So I can see him like micromanaging everything and like just sucking the fun out of it. Because that's what it felt like. It felt like all the fun was surgically removed. Like,
I don't want to get into politics here, but I was thinking about one aspect of it, and this isn't my opinion on anything. The side of politics that Stephen King and most of Hollywood is in it's funny because it's definitely political against the right. And to me, Glenn Powell's character is a blue-collar working man, and that is not...
Right.
That's not liberal. that's blue collar is more of a conservative thing. So it is very weird. I'm very much like politics in movies. I could care less. If it's fun and I'm entertained, at least I will enjoy it. But,
I'm fine if it fits.
Yeah.
But this one is just like, and it wasn't like the first one was like politic free, but it was more of like a culture, like the America's entertainment being too over the top and like violent and stuff like that. It was more of a message than a political thing.
Yeah,
and it's different.
I'm not even marking this down for politics at all, like a negative thing. I could honestly care less about it, but I always think it's funny how it's like, yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense, but okay. But no, it's just, I was disappointed. I at least wanted a fun movie. The trailers looked fun. The trailers are more fun than the actual movie.
Anything is.
What's cool is there's a lot
of. Have you ever had a root canal?
No, I'm probably gonna have to pretty soon with my toothache I've been having. But what's crazy is it's like there's some really good moments in there. Like the game show stuff is really fun, and actually, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen the Arnold version. It felt like it fit in that era.
Yeah, the game show, that part was cool, but they kind of like there wasn't that much of it.
Yeah, I was thinking like this kind of reminds me of like a Total Recall like vibe to it,
and
that's just the aesthetics and the vibe of the game show aspect and like all that, and there wasn't enough of it. It just fell so flat.
I think that's where when they adapted it originally in the 80s, that's where they did a way better job, because in the 80s it's literally one night, and that lends to this like hunting down someone way better, because you have 30 days and then the scope is like the entire country. It's like there's going to be a lot of downtime. Like there's 3 contestants and basically it's over after a week.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like artificially prolonged. You'll find that out, but it's just the first one's way better because when you change a book to a movie, sometimes you have to change it to fit the format of a movie better.
Yeah, 100%.
This
is to me the opposite of the Predator, where Predator's not really Predator Badlands isn't a terrible movie. It's not written well or anything, but it's still fun. And this is the complete opposite. So I'm glad we're reviewing them back to back on this episode, because it's such a contradiction to each other. But you wanted to talk spoilers, right?
Yeah, and this isn't even a major spoiler. So deep fakes play a big role in this movie.
Okay, before you get going, I think I know what you're going to talk about. I kept thinking, should we talk spoilers? Because I want to bring this up too. And I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, so in the first one, that was actually the 80s one, they did a lot of deep fakes too, but it was done so much more better. That's what I was going to say. I know that's not right. It was done so much better. As to show how the state is using propaganda to control people. That's totally fine they did it, but the way it was the thing in the 80s one, it was flawed. People were able to tell it was bullshit, like it was edited really badly. And this one, it was just like, and then obviously the technology has gotten better, but there was no like representation of Uncanny Valley where people were able to tell, like they just like believed it. Yeah. So it was like a really bad like writing tool to use. I think the way they did it, it's hard to explain without seeing it, without giving too much away. I don't want to say the major plot hole at the end.
That's what I was going to talk about.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this is a massive plot hole. My issue is throughout the thing. What's the character's name? Richard something.
Ben
Richards. Yeah. Glenn Powell's character. He has to record a video.
Yes.
Like, every day for like 10 minutes and then mail it, or else he gets not disqualified, but he just doesn't get payment.
He doesn't get money for it. So like
for the whole entire competition.
He still gets hunted. Yeah.
Yeah. So he would post a video and say like, they're lying to you, the network's lying to you, blah, blah, blah. And then they would play it and it was a deep fake of him saying something else.
Yeah.
That happened several times. At the end, he's talking to James Brolin's character and is shown a video of his family getting murdered.
Yeah.
And he immediately believes it. Like right off the get-go. I even turned to you and I'm like, what the? Like, so this whole time you're trying to push that they're able to fake videos and then you're going to immediately believe that's what happened. So that way they can push you to do something you didn't want to do.
Yeah. This is kind of what I was getting at. I didn't really explain that well. The fact that they can successfully defake it so much. Why do they even need him?
Yeah.
They don't need anybody.
Yeah, they can literally...
They just need their likeness.
That was a thing that they tried to fake it at one point. Was a plot point, dude. Now that you brought that up, remember he said, we tried to fake it, but people knew.
Yeah, but the way they did it didn't represent that way.
Yeah.
Because when they fake kill his wife, at the end his wife is still alive, and the lady is like, she's shopping in a store like in the middle of the freaking day in like a busy city, and like the clerk like knows her name and stuff. Like, she's obviously a celebrity because that's a big part. They play her up as a celebrity, is like, oh, your wife's like a bad person. That's part of the game show. So this is like the Super Bowl, basically. Everybody watches it. Everybody follows it. So they're going to know his wife. And like, she's just like freely roaming around the city shopping, and she's supposed to be murdered like horribly. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was losing my mind at that part.
Yeah, there was a lot of issues with it. I'm so disappointed, but my number one issue is that it was so boring. Anyways, we agreed on thing. I don't think it's gonna be the worst movie. Actually, I gotta think bad about stuff I've watched, but I don't think it's the worst movie ever. It's just not a good movie.
Yeah.
I think I left the theater yesterday. I said it was like a 5 out of 10, but it's definitely like a 3.
It's 1 out of 10 for me. It's off.
It's pretty.
Don't
pretty
watch
bad.
it.
Anyways, this episode is coming out around Thanksgiving, so we wanted to do a couple Thanksgiving things here. We like to have a little bit of fun because we're one foot in the grave all the time. We never know when we're going to die.
That's correct.
So for Thanksgiving, we mentioned at the beginning of this that there's not really that many Thanksgiving-based movies, so It's hard to choose a fun thing to do. But we're going to do who would be the best movie character that would be the best Thanksgiving guest.
Well, my first one is Tommy Callahan. So this is from the movie Tommy Boy. It's Chris Farley's character. First of all, the character's fun, and he knows how to have a good time. He's like always in a jolly mood, and he has a big appetite. And since I don't like Thanksgiving leftovers, he's going to eat a bunch of that and or take it home.
All right.
Yeah, that's simple reasoning. I don't like the Thanksgiving food, so I hate it's just in the fridge for like a week and it's like stinking up the fridge.
How do you hate Thanksgiving food? You don't like mashed potatoes, green beans?
I like mashed potatoes, but I
stuffing.
The way that it was made in my family was not that very good.
So maybe it's a family problem.
Maybe it could be.
Maybe we need these actual real guests here to make you enjoy Thanksgiving a little bit better. But it's crazy that you don't like a holiday based around eating food.
Well, see, I think I'm just going to start making my own shit.
There we go.
Just like, all right, I'll bring some, a roast over, or I'll bring a ham, which is sometimes part of Thanksgiving, or I'll bring like some brisket or something.
Brisket.
And then if they don't want to eat it, they don't have to. It's just going to outshine their...
You're like Berto, who his family will, my friend Berto, I think they get KFC for Christmas Eve.
Well, Christmas Eve, our family always is potluck, so it's a free-for-all. So it's like always like just good. A lot of times people get fast food, or they'll get like last year I made tri-tip, and someone brought like, all the sides, like potatoes, like cheesy potatoes, stuff like that. So it's like kind of a free-for-all.
Oh, snap. So
it's not so structured.
My first guess would be Samwise Gamgee, Lord of the Rings.
Why him?
He would be very polite, very helpful, I think, and he would make legendary potatoes.
That's true. That's a good one.
And he would be very, like, he'd compliment people a lot. I think he'd just be a nice person to have around, very helpful.
He's a trustworthy, loyal guy too,
and very warm family energy.
Yeah, and he also too can put away the food, so there's not gonna be a lot of leftovers.
Exactly, and if you need to make fun of somebody for their disability, he's short and can make.
Yeah,
we're trying everything to get canceled. This episode.
My next one, and this is just a pure like vibes. I would like the drunk version of Billy Madison before he gets his life together. Dude's just a blast. Like,
good one.
He's just like always. I mean, he's just like hammered the whole time, and like
you could watch football with him.
You can watch football. You can just have a good time. Like, he's kind of obnoxious, but in a good way. He's like loaded, so he's probably gonna like pay for a lot of the food. You know what I mean? He also has his clingers on, who he just lets hang around him. So and drunk version,
just like Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
he would probably be dressed for just a lazy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, nice and informal, just a good time.
So my next one is Remy the Rat from Ratatouille, and that's kind of obvious. He'd probably make the best meal out of anybody. And I like animals, man. I mean, come on.
But then you have a rat of Thanksgiving.
Well, don't we all?
True.
It is a family holiday, and we all have one of those. But he would have, just Michelin star level quality Thanksgiving.
So my next one, this is kind of a wild card, but because it could go one of two different ways, you can get two different versions of this character. Selma Hayek's character in Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay, it's been a while since I've seen that, so I don't remember.
I find it hard to believe a straight man can watch that movie and forget her.
Well, do I have news for you, buddy?
But the bad part is she turns into a reptilian vampire half the time. But the other half you get...
What's bad about that?
The other half of the time you get 26-year-old Selma Hayek or whatever.
So she's just there for visuals and she's not really offering much besides that.
Yeah, she's just there for pure visuals. So what's funny about that movie, how Quentin Tarantino's in that movie and he directed it and wrote it and all this stuff. It's so funny that he writes his character to where and he has a foot fetish to where she puts her foot in his mouth during that dance or whatever. Only he would do that.
I have to rewatch. I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's a great movie.
So my next guess would be Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh.
Once again, you got somebody who can cook, somebody who can clean, babysit, entertain the kids, diffuse his family dramas.
Yeah.
On top of that, a good you always get that crazy uncle that wants to talk politics all the time. You know what I mean? And if he ever wants to during Thanksgiving say you're against the LGBT, you just point, that's my friend Miss Doubtfire over there. You think
you ever see the recut of the trailer where it's made into a horror
movie? Yes.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. I love those things. There's a good one where they make Ross from Friends seem like a serial killer.
And that's a laugh track, yeah. Yeah, that's really funny. My next one, it's just going to be Sydney Sweeney from literally any movie. Running joke for, the whole time of this show. But yeah, I don't think I really need an explanation on this one.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Delightful.
My last is Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast. Got nice candlelight dinner for Thanksgiving.
Oh, the candlestick.
Yeah. Every dinner becomes a musical somehow.
Be our guest.
Exactly. So those are.
I got one more. And this is just a wild card. It's actually a movie that me and you are I think we're kind of lukewarm on it, but we just think it's overrated. From The Hangover, Alan. Just a wild card.
Which one's Alan? Is that Zach Galifianakis?
Zach Galifianakis. Just throw him in the mix.
Just the wild card.
Because that character is actually funny. I think we just think the movie's overrated.
It's not that it's not funny. It's just I don't think it's the funniest. At the time, everyone said it was literally the funniest movie ever.
Yeah, definitely.
We all know that was Tropic Thunder.
I think it was Step Brothers.
Yeah, we'll see about that. No, he's a good one too. He'd be fun.
Yeah. So okay.
Imagine just having all those people on.
Yeah.
All right. So we were going to keep the Thanksgiving stuff going on. This time we will make it, it's still movie oriented, but a movie, single movie, multiple movies, whatever one. What are some movies you are thankful for? This doesn't have to be your favorite movie ever. Just something that you appreciate for what it is and you're thankful that you saw it, even if you didn't like it.
When I relooked at the topics today and with the overarching theme of the episode and it being one of my favorite movies, I'm going to go with Predator. I'm seriously thankful for this movie because there's a story so this movie came out when I was 7 or something, but a few years later it came on TV. They used to have the Fox, movie of the week.
Yeah.
And Fox owned it. So they put it on there and that movie's horribly graphic, but they edited it for TV. And my dad had seen it or something and we rented it and he's seen it. And so he recorded it. So I would literally watch Predator, the TV edited version, which wasn't that bad, I guess, every day after school. I would come home and watch it and then I'd go play Contra. Literally every day. So, and then that movie is very foundational movie in my movie, loving existence. It's got awesome action, great, creature effects. It's just a manly ass movie.
It's very a product of its time, which
is.
isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, it's probably the most manly movie of all time.
Well, I don't know about that.
What would be more manly?
Well, obviously, the most manly movie of all time is Mulan.
True. You got me there. So yeah, that's the first one that I'm thankful for.
So my first one, I have another podcast and I mentioned this on my first episode, and it is one of my favorite movies, but Jurassic Park, as a filmmaker, like that's the movie I saw as a kid that really, I remember, it stays with me still, that I'm just like, this movie is so magical and it holds up so well, and it really put that inspiration to be a filmmaker, and it's just one of the best, most magical movies I think of all time.
Yeah, and I've told the story 1,000 times, but it's so crazy to me every time I think about that movie. I literally 100% missed the marketing on that movie.
Yeah, I remember you telling me
My
that.
friend's like, "Hey, you want to go see Jurassic Park?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I want to go to the movies, but what is that?" Like, I somehow, and then we would always go to the movies and rent movies, and I just missed it. I had no idea what it was about.
Was that the one where you said, "Oh, there's dinosaurs in it"? Is it like where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone are stuck in a jungle shirtless fighting dinosaurs?
And my friend's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, cool, I'll go see it." It's just wild to me.
It's just like, if you love movies, if you don't think that is like one of the most important, I think it's one of the most important movies.
I don't disagree. Definitely one of the most like modern-ish movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It started a whole like not only movie craze but video game and toy craze.
Yeah.
It changed literally. It changed pop culture.
I've tried to read the book and I can never get into it, but you got to also think about this too as a kid seeing that. Like, what kid doesn't like dinosaurs? Like, honestly, like, what kid doesn't like have it? My daughter right now loves dinosaurs.
Maybe some kids that need to get bullied.
Yeah, there we go. Get
Get
a Tyrannosaurus beat down.
Yeah, hell yeah. Push them down. So, again, with the theme of the episode, another movie I'm thankful for, and this is partly a joke, but not really, From Dusk Till Dawn. As a 14-year-old boy, the Selma Hayek dancing scene, I was very thankful for that. But the movie, it's honestly one of the funnest movies ever made. It's just a good time. It's a very easily, actually the first half is super dark. And then it turns into like a super fun, like action horror movie. You get an action horror movie and a Quentin Tarantino movie. It's just for someone like me, it's a perfect movie.
I have to rewatch it. It's been a while. I wonder if my wife has seen it. If she hasn't, maybe that gives me an opportunity. I love watching movies that someone else hasn't seen and watching it with them.
The first half of the movie is like, you won't really find many better thrillers.
Did you ever watch the TV show? I
No.
tried to, and I don't really even remember much of it, to be honest.
No, there's no point.
It's. I know it's a good movie. Like, I know if I watch it again, I'll like it. My second one is this is kind of just swinging for like wild out here. Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Yes,
And
that's a good answer.
The reason why it is actually, it might have moved down more because there's so many more movies, but it was in my top 10 for long. So I haven't seen it forever, and it's not high art. It's not a masterpiece, but it's like a masterpiece to me. Like,
Yeah.
It's got everything I love: movies, comedy, music, great music. I love Tenacious D, and it's just like a comfort movie. That's like, it was really a big part of my younger years, like early 20s. I'm trying to think, when did that come out? I don't
like
remember.
2007 or 8 or 9, somewhere in there.
So I was like right out of high school, probably. I gotta look it up, but it's just like a comfort movie. I was gonna put High Fidelity here. That's another one I would be thankful for. I have so many reasons, but I want to stick with this because I don't talk about Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
High Fidelity is not nearly as rewatchable as Pick of Destiny, I don't think.
I've watched High Fidelity quite a bit, but I think I might have seen Tenacious D and Pick of Destiny more. But I don't know. I just love that. I mean, I love Jack Black, at least that era of Jack Black. I liked his movies. He's a super talented dude. At that time, I was a lot more into doing music than I was movies. I still obviously had that passion, but it wasn't nearly like a career. Not that I'm making movies, but I wasn't ever behind the camera really professionally. So it just hit. And it's very much like a Bill and Ted's of that era.
Yeah.
I think. And I love it. If you haven't seen it, because it did real bad in the box office.
It's awful.
And maybe like 5 years ago, Jack Black said something about a second one was coming out and never did. So I think he's BSing.
Yeah.
But I hope it does.
I really enjoy that movie. I think it's a good time. My last one is actually very similar to that, and I've told the story a bunch, but it's a movie that looked awful to me, and we worked at the theater and we had a chance to pre-screen it.
Twilight.
MacGruber.
MacGruber, yeah.
It was so, because it was like a SNL skit, and the trailers looked awful, because the era of SNL at the time I thought was bad, but little did I know how worse it was going to get. But anyways, I was like, whatever, I'll watch it. I have nothing else to do. And I literally was laughing nonstop. It's like, it was a hard R comedy.
It's so funny.
Dude, it's awesome.
It's not a good movie. It's like Tenacious D. It's not a good movie, but it's so funny.
Yeah, it's just fun, a good time. Like, I state it every episode, but I can't overstate it. Like, I just miss like having an outlet like from Hollywood. Like, they don't need, and not everything needs to be like CG diarrhea fest or political.
Actually, I'm seeing that one next weekend.
Yeah, right. That's basically how I felt. Like I'm so sick of this like era of Hollywood the last 15 years. It's awful.
Yeah, dude, MacGruber is. There's just something about that movie.
It's a good time.
I understand about me. Like I said, it doesn't have to be the greatest movie or your favorite movie to be thankful for. There's reasons you're thankful for it. And I think my next one that I'm thankful for, you might agree with me to a sense. And it's one I don't really talk about, and it's not really not even in my top favorite movies, but it was a big part of my younger generation too, and yours too, I think. Clerks.
Yes.
And I used to be a big Kevin Smith fan, not so much anymore, just because I think he went downhill, like movie wise.
Yeah. But
that is definitely, and I know it's on a lot of like really hipster, like indie filmmaker people, but it is that movie you watch and you're like, this is like something to inspire for. It's a funny movie. It's well written. It looks good, and it was from some random dude who made it. Like,
yes, it's very, for guys who are interested in filmmaking, it's very, every time I watch that movie, I'm like, okay, we got to make a movie, which we do.
Yeah, I'm down. We have to. It's because I know back in the day you were a big Kevin Smith person too, and I think we've talked about how Clerks is like, it's that movie for our generation. Like, that's the one that inspires you if you're into this, making movies and stuff and being a filmmaker. It's an inspiring movie, and it holds up well.
It does. You know what's great about that movie, and the second one to a slightly lesser extent? You can, because I own it on Amazon, and sometimes because I drive for work, I drive for 8 hours a day. If I'm driving from like Ridgecrest, which is a city 2 hours away from the city I live in, I'll play that movie, and you can just listen to it, and you don't really miss much because there's not a lot. I mean, there's stuff to see, but it's all about the dialogue.
Yeah. I will say, though, out of that franchise, the funniest moment is the pillow pants scene from Clerks 2.
Yeah.
I just like the music getting all tense.
The way that character plays it, like how he's just like, come on, Randall, you know about pillow pants. Like, so good.
Yeah. Anyways, any other movies you're thankful for besides Brokeback Mountain, Twilight, Magic Mike?
Yeah, well, Magic Mike XL.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't start listing off all of Sydney Sweeney's movie.
I was going to, but I did that joke a couple times already this episode.
Anyways, that is our second episode. It was a Thanksgiving theme. I don't think we've done a Thanksgiving themed episode for our podcast before. It's hard to.
It doesn't really lend itself to themes. Like,
yeah, it's very hard, but I wanted to try something. So if you
I'm trying something here. 55 burgers, 55 French fries. 50...
Dude, that's just funny. Tim Robbins is great.
He really is.
If you have like a movie you're thankful for, you should totally let us know. You can check us out on Instagram or TikTok, and it's Too Old for This Flick. And leave us a comment. Tell us a movie that you think is something that we should be thankful for.
Please, not hurtful comments.
They're always hurtful. Anyways, thanks for watching. We will see you next month, unless we die. Audio, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I cannot hear any. There we go.
Next time that we go to record, remind me like the day of in the morning to not eat lunch and just eat lunch afterwards. I didn't eat that big of a. I mean, it was like probably 800-calorie lunch. Nothing huge. It's just like sitting right here. It's just the old man moment of
this is going to be the old man moment at the end.
I even took an antacid. I went to the gastro doctor today.
Oh man. All right.